Hey folks, all right. So previously I mentioned that I am not able to go on sport mode, and that is what we are going to try to resolve. Today is the first attempt, and if that fix the issue, then we Gucci. If not, we are going to try the second attempt. Previously, the way I fixed it is by replacing the module that we are going to replace in this episode. And that is what usually has a communication to the ECU and tells the ECU where the steering angle is and stuff like that. This part was already faulty, but I put it back. The one that I bought previously, it's actually not even communicating anymore with the ECU, completely dead. I can't even get the horn signal, like any button on the steering wheel is not responding with that one. So I already threw it away because it doesn't work anymore. But this one that I'm going to use now is a brand new one that I bought, and hopefully, I'm just hoping it fixes. Then we can go on boost. Actually, I can go on boost, but it's just restricted with BMW when you are not on sport mode, specifically with this F chassis. With these chassis, if you are not on sport mode, you won't experience the full potential power of this car. So let's see what we do with what we are going to work on today. This part is out. This is the old one, and I'm gonna get the new one. All right, so let's drop this guy inside. Okay. Before I put the airbag, I have to test out that the horn is working, the buttons are working, and we should be good. So I'll go and connect the battery. All right, I've turned on the car, and let's see if I'm able to. The buttons are working, and I am waiting for this to show off. Let me do this. Signal working. Signal is working. And wiper, good. That is too high too. Okay. Let's go to menu. Menu buttons is working. Menu button is working. Okay, I think I am good with this one. Let's see if I'm able to go to volume. Volume is working. Volume up, volume down. All right, so let's put the airbag on, and then we're going to test the horn as well. And let's go. There we go. This is all set. All right, I've got Easter running right now, and I am going to connect it. This takes a while to connect, so I'll get back when the connection is all set up. All right, so we go to vehicle management, service function, then I'll go to chassis and suspension, and then I will go to electromechanical powertrain, and then I will go to EPS startup, and I'll do the EPS startup, add to test plan, and I'll go to service plan, and I'll go to test plan, and there is a steering startup. I'll go that one, get that one started. And the service handle defaults electronic multi-turn value and stuff like that. We continue. And directional stability control. Right. Continue. Park on the level. Yeah. No. Okay. Everything seems about right. Okay. And I'll go continue. Brakes might not be operated. Continue. After EPS ICM, continue. Now the following measure was successfully completed. The electronic power steering wheel was reset to default function. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. Okay. Overview of the steering over. This is the setup, begin the next one. Okay, cool. This is what I am going to, this is what I need. I just put the computer on the other side because I will be turning this thing on now, and hopefully I don't roll over. But you know what, just for me to be sure, I'm gonna put some stuff so the car doesn't roll around. I'm on a flat surface, but just in case. All right, now let's begin. We start with the left. Lock it to the left. Hold it for a couple of seconds. And then we go to the right. And then we hold it. And then slowly turn it back to the center. I'm sure this is my center. Right here. Let me check. Yeah, this is my center. And then let's go off the wheel. And then we continue. And then we go to continue. Okay, switch the terminal off. Wait for 10 seconds. That was 10 seconds. Switch on the ignition. Ignition is on, and then continue. All right, so this didn't help. Let's redo this again. All right, so that didn't help. After many attempts, that didn't help. Definitely the EPS module is kaput. I will go on eBay, figure out if there is any replacement, and I can source that. But before we go, a quick word of our sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Sand. If you have been familiar with me, I've been playing around with 3D designs, and when you do a design, of course you want to bring it to life. I do have my 3D printer out here for items that I don't need to be a metal. I use the 3D printer, but for some other items, I do want them to be in a metal form, and thankfully I've partnered with Sand. They've joined us on board, and man, I couldn't be excited. There is a new part that I need to produce, and I am working with Sand to help me produce that part. So let's go in the computer and I'm going to show you what that is. All right, so we are going to jump into the computer and I am going to walk you through from the design up to submitting your 3D CAD templates into Sand. So let's get started. Here we are in Fusion 360, and the design that we are going to work with is this one. I already did the preliminary configuration of this one, but one thing you really want to note about Sand, they do have requirements of how you want the bending to be done, or let's say they do have requirements how the bending should be done. For your information, I am going to show you something very crucial. So if I go into sheet metal and I'll go to this one here, it says sheet metal rules. I'll click on that and you'll see that I created a template that says steel sand cut sand. So this one, it doesn't necessarily has to be for steel. Actually, this one is for aluminum instead of steel. I am actually going to rename it because it is not steel. This is for aluminum. So let me go here and say that it is aluminum. Did I type it correctly? I believe so. Aluminum. So I'll save it. So this one here, if we look at it, the thickness that is required, this has to be the minimum, and the K factor, this also has to be the minimum, and the miter, rip, sheen, and stuff like that, it's 4.75. These are the minimum that are required to be able to use the aluminum finish or the aluminum product. For stainless steel, they also have different requirements. You will go into the website and you will go into Sand website, and they do have all the requirements. Okay, so if I go to services, actually not, if I go to Sand and I go to material, and you have all the requirements. For example, we are working with aluminum. This is the one that I am working on. Let's see, aluminum 4mm thickness. Let me see if I can find it here. But anyway, what I really want to show you is the design guide. Okay, the design guide is what I would like to show you. So for bending, for example, let's go to bending, and this is where you will get all the requirements and all the best practices of submitting a part that will be easily accepted by Sand production. So I will leave the link in the description directly where you can get this one. So once you get familiar with the requirements and what you need to do in order for your part to be easily accepted, once you are familiar with this, if you are using aluminum or you are using stainless steel, for example, 304 stainless steel, they do have a guide as well. So you just follow the guide and you will know exactly what you have to do and what you have to avoid. The good thing about Sand is also they will walk you through up until you get a successful 3D design. So they are very easy to work with. They will work with you. They will exactly highlight where you are missing the points, and they just make your life easier to get your bending and to get your material done professionally. So this is why I really partnered with them, because man, this level of support you can rarely find them. So I'm very happy on partnering with them on this project. So we will go to our design, this one here, and I am just going to show you quickly how I made this one. So this part will be about 4mm thickness. The reason I went with that thickness is because this item is going to be in the engine bay, and because of the movement in the engine bay, I don't want this to just, you know, slapping and moving like that. And once you are happy with your design, what you will do next is you go here on file. If you are using this application, you will go on export, and then you have to export it as a step file. This makes it really easy to work with. What I mean is, when you send it or when we submit it, which is our next step, when we submit it, they will get it as a step file, and it's easier to put it on the machine that they use to produce your file, but to produce your parts. So we click that, and you name it whatever you want. I'll keep it like this, version 6. I didn't make any modification, but I'll keep it version 6. I'll go to export. It's exported at the desktop. So I will close this one, and I will go back to the website. Send cut send. I am going to send in, and I am going to remove this one because I don't need it. So from here, you can either drag and drop, or you can click here and locate wherever you put your part. This is the part that we are working with, and then you open, you wait, and boom, here we are. This is our 2D template, 2D dimensions, and we can also view the 2D. You can see no distortion, nothing. Looks pretty neat. And from here we say we are working with aluminum, and with aluminum we're working with, I will go this one, which is the most popular, make it easier, and we say we're going to need to be 4mm thickness. And from here you see you have all your costs. If you are producing a bulk, you will have the price cut down there as well. And if you are, you are producing 100 parts or 1,000 parts, you have different prices there as well. So with this, I think we are happy with this step. We go to next, and this one we are happy with this. There is nothing that I need over here. And the next one, the finish, I would like it to be powder coated, and I would like it to be gloss black. No, I would like it to be matte black. And we go to done, and pretty much that's all we need. We add it to cart. Yeah, view cart. I have a lot in my cart, but this is not what we want. I'm just going to delete everything that is in my cart, but this is what we want, and it looks perfect. You put in your billing address, your shipping address, and then you go to the next step, and from the next step you choose the shipping method that you would like. Would you like it to be an express or just a regular shipping? And you have the cost of each. I will go on free shipping, which is, I'm okay to wait. I don't need it to be overnight. So that looks good. I'll go on continue, and then I'll put in which method of payment. And once you get that, you complete and you submit it. If there are any imperfection on your design, the team will come back to you and they say, oh, the part you submitted has these flaws, you need to fix them. But it's very easy. If you are the one who worked with this, it's very easy to fix those imperfections or those mistakes or those flaws or those errors. All right, so from here we wait for a couple of days up until this goes into production. Once we receive it, we are going to do the unboxing and install it in the car. Don't forget to use the link in the description, or just use the QR code that's showing on the screen somewhere here. Use this QR code to learn more about Send Cut Send. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you on the next one.